Good evening, everyone. Welcome to live stream. Before we start, a little message to a friend of mine, Catherine, who's unfortunately got COVID at the moment. She's been pretty grotty this week, so hope you get well soon, Catherine. I'll catch up with you really soon. Take care for now, and just keep watching me. As you can't see me, come and watch me. Okay, before we start, Ian's on a mission tonight. Not had a very good week. Haven't been well myself. But there was a certain gentleman, which was going to remain nameless. I'm not going to name and shame him. But he decided to start making comments regarding how I do my videos and trying to tell me that I should do it like another person that does this, who I respect. Does great shows. I'm not going to mention him because I'm not that sort of person, but it's someone that sort of inspired me to do my own. Telling me that I'm not professional enough. My shows are boring. People don't want to hear in-depth rankings. You've got to be more skip through things. He was talking about my golden earring video. So I basically told him, I'm not interested in what other people do. This is what I do. You know, we're all different, and there's, different ways of doing things makes it interesting for other people. Because I know there's a lot of you out there that really like this in-depth videos. Well, we don't just look at the albums, and we look at each songs on the albums, and I pick my favourites. And so I made my comments, he kept coming back, and he started to get really personal, which is not what this is about. It's about the music. You can criticize music because, that's what it's all about. I love talking, and my case is for and against certain albums. But when you start attacking me and how I perform, and he's saying, oh, you haven't got many people, and that's because your shows are boring. Well, he's not going to be able to comment anymore because I've blocked him. He kept telling me to keep going doing like someone else. I'm not a lemming. I love other people's shows. I watch them. There are so many people that I've subscribed to that I enjoy. But why should, I don't want to be like them. Everyone's got to do something different. And I did mention to him when I replied that there are some people that I watch that I don't find interesting, but I would never, ever criticize them because I appreciate and respect anyone that does this sort of thing, reviewing. How dare he tell me how to run my channel? This is from a guy that's got a subscriber and never put a damn thing up. When you put your own stuff up, then you can start criticizing other people. Until then, don't. Well, you can't watch it. You may be able to watch this because this goes out publicly, but you'll never be able to comment on my channel. I will not tolerate when you start personally having a go at me and telling me what to do. It's not going to happen. Not in a million years. I don't mind criticism and how I sometimes rank, except there was one guy this week on the Mano War, and he put in his comments that because you ranked Hail England at the bottom and it's regarded as their best album, I switched off. And you go, why? I don't care if it's regarded the worst, but the thing that annoyed me most, if you'd have listened to the whole thing, I said at the end of Hail to All England, I like the songs on the album, but what I don't like about the album is the production on the drums. I said that Scott Columbus's drums sound like they've been put in cotton wool and told, don't make too much new noise, you might upset the neighbours. And then he told me that I wasn't a fan. And when I looked at who he was, no disrespect to the lad, he's a lot younger. He wasn't even out when Battle Hymns was released. don't, if you're going to comment, please watch it all the way through. Don't make assumptions. I don't know. Some people. But all I'm going to say, last thing I'm going to say is that I know there's a lot of you like the way I do this. A lot of people have said that they like the in-depth and going into the tracks more. And I will continue doing it because I want to be different from everyone else on YouTube. But I do respect everybody on YouTube and appreciate the hard work that everyone that does ranking shows puts in to put these videos on YouTube for your pleasure. So that's the end of the rant. But I must have thank my so he's my he watches the channel and keeps an eye on things. He was good support. He's always someone I run and rave at, and I do feel sorry for Dave because he doesn't have to put up with some of my ranting sometimes, but he does a damn good job, and he sort of sorts out. With today we've actually gone through the description. I've altered it a little bit because things have changed since I started, so thanks to Dave for sorting that out today. So what's been happening this week? Oh, okay, I kicked 2 people out, subscribers, because they just were just nasty. But we've got 3 new ones this week. So welcome to RTO. We do things a little bit different here, so enjoy what you watch. So we've had 1,528 views in the last 7 days. So I must be doing something right. So we're going to do a top 4 this week because coming in at number 4 was last week's live stream. People watch it afterwards, and 60 people have watched it. That's the most anyone's watched these. Thank you very much. We're here every Thursday. So just come and join us live and make your comments. Although I can't see them at the moment because I'm just going through a few figures. So coming at number 3 with 66 views is Marillion. I've got some news about Marillion, so listen to that out in a minute. Number 2, 67 views was Yes Studio Albums. And coming straight in at number 1 to the person that said the show was boring, Golden Earring. 73 views this week. Total of 98 altogether. So all I can say is some people like it. If you don't like it, tough, because other people do. Last 28 days is 6,112 views, 28 subscribers in the last 28 days. Jethro Tools at number 3 with 202 views. Marillion have popped up to number 2 at 211. I wonder if that's something to do with they've got a new album out. Who knows? And still at number 1 from last week, Yes Studio 303. The overall figures were up to 66,256 views and 373 subscribers. Not much change in the top 3. Jethro Tools at 3,215. The new song, Sojana Sleeping, 3,282. Will that be overtaken next week? Who knows? But well out in front, and now with over 5,000 views, 5,044, the very first show was Quo, 5,044. Thank you very much for watching that and continuing to watching that. Okay, what's happening next week? Well, next Monday we're starting a new artist story, and we're going to be doing Sir Paul McCartney for the next few weeks. So first one we're going to start off with, of course, is the Beatles. Got some interesting ones. There's ones in there that people probably will not know about. So watch this space for the weeks coming up. Classic album next week is a real classic from Mr. Billy Idol. Rebel Yell. Great album. And Tuesday is actually a viewer's request today. The two shows on Tuesday are viewers' requests. So the album ranking on Tuesday is Talk. It was requested a few weeks ago. There's not so many albums, so it's an easy one to get out. I was expecting the only stuff I've really heard is from their early 80s, but their later albums are fabulous. Retro ranking next week is that someone asked for last week. And because the retro rankings are so easy to put together, it's just a case of listening to some tracks. We're going to do the Smiths. So that's another viewer's request. The Smiths. Person asked it actually live on air last Thursday, and it's coming up next week. Marathon Wednesday is part 2 of Hawkwind. We did 34 to 18 on Wednesday. As I said, this has been a new experience for me. I've only got compilation albums, and I've really enjoyed listening to Hawkwind. So we're doing the part 2, which is 17 to number 1. The next Thursday, it is St. Patrick's Day. So it's all Irish on Thursday. Then and Now is a band called Ash. Now, why Ash? Well, Ash are from Northern Ireland, from Downpatrick. And at Downpatrick Cathedral is actually where St. Patrick is buried. I have seen his grave. I've got pictures of it. Now, if I can find the picture, when we do Then and Now, I will show you the picture of his grave. And album artwork next week is all about U2. There is some, what I've done there, I've got all the official stuff, and there's a couple of bits from their subscribers that I've got that I've put in. And next week, of course, we are going to be here at 8 o'clock doing this again. And Friday's live album next week, we've covered their studio albums a few months ago. The Nordic type band Nightwish. Going to look at their live albums. God, that was tough listening to, because I love them all. And yes, next week's new album review, one for the Marillion fans. I know there's lots of you out there. We're going to be reviewing the new album An Hour Before Dark. I've listened to it about 4 times, and it is absolutely stunning. So we'll be looking at that. So that's what's happening next week. Let's just get rid of that, because I can't go back to looking at you guys. Hello, I'm back now. It's nice to look at you. So shall we have a look what's on the board behind us? The gallery. One of these weeks I'll find that Vision On music and we'll go through it. That's if they let me, copyright. So above me here is 12 legendaries. I think it's 10 legendary tales of ZZ Top. That was the second ZZ Top album I ever brought after Eliminator. It's got some great tunes on it, and the one on my head is 10cc and Godly and Creme. I must do a Godly and Creme ranking because we've done 10cc. Obviously, we know who they are. Slade's great. And this week, hello Emma. I'm glad you're on. You got the Smith. You asked for the Smiths. You're getting it next week. How's that? Slade. Now there is a female version tribute band. Good grief. I thought I was the only person who'd ever heard of them. Yeah, no problem. I'll add it to the list for you. You come up with some obscure ones. I love that. Yeah, going back to Slade, there's a good band, a female tribute band called Slady. They are pretty cool. That's the Best of Rainbow. Another good album. The Complete Mike Oldfield. Good album. And Pink Floyd, a collection of dance songs with a great remix of Pink Floyd's Muddy. I'll have a drink. It's only lemonade, folks. Nothing stronger. Yeah, I've got a gig coming up on the 26th, I think. John Coughlan's Quo. So we'll be doing a little review on that, letting you know what it's like. What have I been listening to this week? Well, we're finishing off the Rolling Stones. Kate Bushell's ready to do in a few weeks' time when we have a Ladies' Day. Also, I've done the retro ranking for that day. Been listening to some Heart, The Cure, Depeche Mode. I'm really struggling with that. Yeah. I thought their early albums I can't really get into. I'm struggling. But as someone's asked for it, I shall persevere. So if I get that one wrong, sorry. I think sometimes people, they ask you to do something, and then when you don't rank their favourite album number one, they throw their toys out the pram. Or they just don't like it. As I've said at the rant, you know, we're all listening to things different. And that's how it is. People will accept that. What else has been going on this week? Well, I made an almighty cock up. I'll admit I made a cock up. I said I was going to have my fibre in. I got my dates mixed up. So I got up this morning to do it all and got the wrong day. It's happening tomorrow. So it's another early start to get tomorrow's shows up. So never mind. But I don't have to get up early because I recorded them today. Because I don't know what time they're coming. So tomorrow's have all been done today. I've cheated. I don't mind admitting I cheat. But that's all ready for you tomorrow. So, yeah, so everything's going tickety-boo. Not much doesn't make me upset, but that bloke, he did sort of get under my skin a little bit, which is not right, but he did. But for the majority of you, you are very supportive of this very young channel. I mean, I can't understand why people think that that acorns start slowly and grow into big trees. I don't expect to get 1,000 subscribers within 5 minutes and 10 million views. I'm happy with 66,000 in a very short time. I'm not here for the glory. And to say that I'm not professional, I don't know. I just like doing this. I like to be natural. I don't want to be someone I'm not. I want to sit here and I like to say as it is. I call a spade a spade. What else have we got lined up? Yeah, the Waterboys who was asked for. Yeah, I've listened to one of their albums. That's pretty good. Now, someone asked for me for Rick Wakeman last week. Right. I'll give you an update on that. Having looked at what Rick's put out, it's going to be split. And I think what I'll do is do it as one of the series of the albums of. We can exclude the Yes, because we've covered everything with Yes, but I'll split it up because he's done classical stuff, he's done poppy stuff, he's done some he's been on other people's albums. So what I'll do, I'll split it up into 2 or 3 to make them more chunkable size reviews. I'm not going to sit there and do 50 like with Hawkwind. I'm not going to sit there and do the whole lot in one go. So we'll split it up. It's going to take a little bit of putting together that one. So that will probably come up with starting Paul McCartney this week. And that's going to go on for about 6 weeks, I think. Let's think. We got Beatles, Wings, his solo stuff, classical stuff. Yes, he's done classical stuff. and a thing that he did called The Fireman. So that's about 4 or 5 weeks. Then our next artist after that will be Sammy Hagar. So I'm starting to listen to Montrose and some of his solo stuff. And then after that, I will do Rick Wakeman. So when we do the story of it, we're going to go Paul McCartney, Sammy Hagar, Rick Wakeman. That's the easiest way we can do that because there's so much stuff for me to listen to. I've got quite a lot of Rick Wakeman, but there is so much out there. I didn't realise he'd done so much stuff. But yeah, so that's how we're going to do it. So you know what the story series is going to be. I think that's all we've got time for this week. We need to get more people watching this so we can have a proper discussion. There's 3 of you watching, which is good. Who is watching? Well, now I've got MN. This is his 2nd week, which is great to hear. So who else is here? Don't be shy. You're all shy, aren't you? Well, I'll tell you something what I'm going to do when it comes up to the birthday, our 1st anniversary. It's something I want to do, but it's doing the right time. I think on our 1-year anniversary, I'm going to do a Q&A session. I'll sort of promote it. Yeah, also look out for in the next few weeks. I'm doing my first adverts. I've never made an advert in my life. I'm putting together an advert to promote my Redbubble site, which you can buy some fantastic. You're very welcome. Very welcome. Yeah. I'm looking forward to doing Rick Wakeman. I really appreciate your comments. I'll be, the week I've had comments like that really make me feel that I am doing a good job. Because you sort of doubt yourself: am I doing it wrong? Do I really need to change? But looking at this week's figures, okay, with not so many subscribers, it goes in swings and roundabouts. But my average in my views, I'm happy that people still want to watch, because you are a really unique bunch of people. For supporting a young channel. We're not even a year old. I'm one of these though that believes you can't run before you can walk. And I shall just plod on doing these wonderful shows. I mean, some of the comments I've had about how do you do it, there are reasons, and that's a personal reason why I'm on here every day, all the time. Can't use that one because that's someone else's catchphrase, isn't it? All these slapping me wrists. But it's the one I sort of got me going. That is the Sea of Tranquility. Big fan of that. Love watching the reviews. And Pete says it how it is. He doesn't. He just, if he says it's rubbish, it's rubbish. So do I. We can all, as he says, we all listen to it differently. These are all different. We've all got different sets of ear rolls. But I want to get some more people doing the live stream so we can all have a proper conversation. It'd be good if we could, because something to look forward to every week. I might do a little advert to promote the live stream. I have designed some more stuff for Redbubble, because the actual logo is dark, so I've made one that's a bit brighter so it goes better on a black, blue and grey. But you will see them in the adverts, because I'm putting together a little advert, as I said. So, and I'm going to do a voiceover on it. But it might not be my voice. I might muck about with it. I've got a program that's got all these voice so you can change your voice. So I might change it just for a bit of fun. So lots going on as usual. Lots to still listen to, especially for the live album ranking. Spend a lot of time listening to live stuff. So what's coming up in the next few weeks? Well, I'm listening to Fish stuff. And if you remember when we did the Deep Purple live, I'm only going to do what I've got because, again, a lot of it repeats itself. So it's only my collection. Like Asia, I'm listening to Asia at the moment. I mean, tomorrow you've got UK with John Wetton, and so it sort of inspired me to listen to some more John Wetton because I love John Wetton. So I'm listening to my own collection of Asia at the moment because that's another band that have released so many live albums and a lot of repeats. I'm also going to be listening to some Simple Minds. That's coming up. The bands got lined up. Got some really good retro rankings coming up, which was asked for last week. How good they were. I haven't done a country band yet, but there's some country artists I do like. What's his name? I'll say I like him, but I can't think of his damn name. How good's that? Yeah, Osborne Brothers Osborne. Yeah, I'll give them a whirl. They're obscure. Anything obscure, I don't mind doing. It doesn't have to be rock, although I love rock. I mean, I'm doing Depeche Mode because someone asked. You asked for it. I'll do it. I don't mind. It's the music. That's all that matters, the music. And it sort of educates my mind. I mean, like Hawkwind. I'd only got compilation albums, but listening to Hawkwind, I'm really getting into them now. I still think a lot of their stuff's freaky, but yes, I did. Some of it I go, oh dear, but a lot of it I do like. Yeah, I don't mind doing anything really from 1950s up to the 80s, and the odd occasion 90s. But grunge, don't ask me to do grunge. I don't like grunge. I would not say I've got not a good word to say about grunge. I don't know if it's because it's my age, but I just don't get it. And I don't get Adele. I don't get Bonnie Tyler. But I'll do anything else, especially in retro ranking. I mean, what we've done. We've done Tears for Fears. We've done Madonna. I don't mind doing other bands like that, but except Adele, of course. So we've got some really good ones up. We've got some rockabilly coming up. We've got Stray Cats. And do Blondie. I am going to do a 10cc, although we did an album review. I'm going to do some of their songs. Album out covers. Now, remember we've done some stinkers. Now for Easter, I'm going to do some Easter stinkers. I have been looking at the American Midwest albums of the Christian music. I'm not knocking Christianity at all, but some of them Bible Belt albums on the covers. We've done general ones. We've done some from Christmas. There's actually some Easter ones. I've got someone calling me, and I won't be able to talk to them. Oh dear. I can't answer that. I hope they turn off. What do people into a thing? Let's turn that off. It's getting on. It's still going, but they'll cool off. Anyway, I better go. If someone's just no, they've gone. I'll call them back. Oh dear. I think that's a good time to end, folks. I will see you all tomorrow. Well, you won't see me tomorrow, but you'll see my shows because I've got high fiber coming in, as I call it. But I will see you all next week. Thank you for your continuing support. And it's you guys that keep me going. And we're always going to get idiots. And the idiots have been dealt with. Have a great week. Rugby weekend this weekend. This will be interesting. I'm in England. My mate Dave's Ireland. So it's the grudge match. I've already said that we're going to get hammered. So enjoy your weekend. So don't forget tomorrow's is not a UK live albums and a new review, Rock Believer, the Scorpions, which is a great album. Have a great weekend then. Bye for now.